I don't want a lot for Christmas. Dun 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 dun. All I
All I want
want
for
for Christmas
Christmas
is
is
you.
you.
Woo! Merry Christmas, everybody!
Ho, ho,
We
ho, ho,
celebrating it with
ho.
kindness. Uh,
Liver here. Can't believe it's Christmas.
it's Christmas Day, isn't that crazy? It's cold outside,
Man,
baby. Woo!
that
Gotta have
quick.
my ears on. All right. Well, today is the end of the Jingle Bell Kindness. 3 out of 5 Jingle Bell Kindness competitors were able to join a call. In our hearts and our minds is Steve D'Onofrio, who could not make it today. And Lee Outen, I guess he's just too cool for us, which is great. I mean, he had like shimmy Santas and dancing Santas and stuff. So
Right?
pretty
His
cool guy.
animations are wild.
If I was Lee, I probably wouldn't hang out with me either. So
We love Lee.
Lee's a good guy. All right. So Carlos, good to
What's
see
up,
you,
man?
man.
Hey, man. How are you? Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays.
Merry Christmas, dude.
Yeah. Here
Nice
we
to
are.
meet you, Carlos. This is the first time we've ever met.
I
Exciting.
know, Kelsey. This is so exciting. I cannot be more pumped than ever, just because of what you've been doing, Kelsey. So thank you. Thank you for being here. Well, I'm happy to have you, and vice versa. I'm happy to join you at the same time. This is a great partnership. And by the way, Kindness Games. Come on, Tim. Awesome, dude. Awesome. Awesome stuff. Thank you for getting us involved.
Well, thank you for joining.
Agreed.
And it was like a little bit selfish. I kind of need to do it for my own mental health to keep positive focus and to keep moving down the road with everything that's been going on this year. But you know what? It has seemed to really have an impact on a lot of people, a lot more positive unintended consequences than what I just needed it for. And in fact, Lee and I, we kind of thought that we were just going to kind of like play this little game for 30 days, be a little bit funny, throw jokes at each other, have a little kindness competition, that would be over. And but like people started doing it. I was like, what?
When was the first post that you and Lee
It was in
started the kindness game?
September.
Okay. So
But you,
September to December and
yes,
beyond. That's pretty
yeah,
awesome.
yeah, and it's not going to stop. I already know several people that are kicking off for the new year.
Wow. That's pretty cool.
That's crazy.
It's
And,
awesome.
and you know, Tim, I think what it is, man, when it's something positive, something good, especially in the times that we have today, I think people want to jump in. So what all it took was you guys to light that little fire, man. You know,
Yeah.
people saw the smoke, they came running.
Yeah.
Good stuff, man.
It's
No,
awesome. Very
it's
true.
been good for me. It's been good for other people. I just jumped on a call with somebody who I've never spoken with.
Wow.
We kind of work together. He's an APAC, and I met him for the first time on the 21st on a call that we had scheduled. And he was like, "Yes, the kindness games." I was like, "Really?" And he's like, "Yes." I was like, "What? Come on, man." He's like, "It's awesome. I follow it. I like your videos." And I look back, I'm like, "Oh, he has been liking them."
Right?
So it's
That's
cool. It's impacted a lot more people than just the people I've called out, which I think is amazing.
I totally agree. It's like business and professional too, or
Yep.
personal and professional rather. Because I brought you guys know I brought my family into it, right? And then like people still send me videos of things that they're doing, or like someone reached out from overseas, a counterpart overseas, and he's like, "Oh, I think I've seen you post the most on LinkedIn this year," and I'm like, "What?" But then it's crazy because you know it's genuine. You're really impacting
Yeah.
people with like kind words, or maybe you're encouraging others. So I think it's awesome.
Yeah, I
Better
don't
be.
even know. I don't even know, Tim, how how this is going to go. But what I can tell you, just to this conversation already, is that yeah, you're right. I thanked a lot of personal folks too that I don't think I've ever had a chance to thank before. You know, when you grow up with your bros,
Yep.
You really don't take the time to go, hey, I love you, and I want to thank you for keeping me straight in my life and guiding me in the right direction. And I was able to do that throughout this too, which was pretty interesting because with my bros, we only did like bro stuff, and we never actually stopped to say thank you and I love you to each other. And so that was big too. You're right, Kelsey. It was a lot of great personal stuff with a mixture of work stuff and I got texts too going, man, I love you, man. So it's good stuff. Good
It's
stuff.
crazy how this touches people. I also called out my brothers, and so except for one person that knew it was coming, the only reason they knew it was coming is because I was sharing something like a personal conversation we had, and I was like, "Hey, is this cool?" But nobody else has known this is coming, right? So it just like pops in their LinkedIn feed. If in a couple of days they don't click on it, then I usually send them a link and say, "Hey, check this out."
Mhm.
But I have had people like so excited. I've had the normal thank yous. I have had people crying like this is the highlight of my year this year in 2020, which is crazy. And I also called out my brothers, and they didn't know about it. They actually, I don't think they're active on LinkedIn anyway. So my one
Yeah.
brother started up a LinkedIn account after
Look at that.
I did
See?
that. Yeah. And two of my brothers were like, "Oh my gosh, that means so much." My other brother was like, "So that's it? Really? That's
Now you
everything?"
didn't
I
sing a
was like,
song
"Yeah,
for me.
yeah."
I was gonna say, after all the years I had to put up with you, Tim, that's all you gave me? Jesus.
But
Man,
no, it's been a really good tool to kind of reunite with people and stuff like that. So, Jingle Bell Kindness, quick recap. And I think we're going to recruit people to do this every year. This has been pretty awesome. So, Thanksgiving Day and Christmas Day, exactly 30 days in the middle.
wow.
So, it's the perfect time to do a kindness challenge. After Thanksgiving, I decided, you know what? I'm going to take this challenge on. I was in like OT 27. And so I said, you know what? I'm going to finish my first OT, do my entire second OT, and get to like triple OT by the end of this. So Christmas Day, I've done 90 kindness games videos.
It's amazing.
Wow.
Whoa.
Since
How's that?
September, which is pretty sick.
What are
Kelsey,
you
what?
trying to get to 100? Are you gonna do like 100? Is it like
Is that a challenge?
Well, I
By
mean,
the
I'm
end
not
of
going
the
to
year?
stop, but I'm probably not going to bust out like 33 and 26 days again. That was a little rough, but yeah.
I think that's a great period too, man. That Thanksgiving and Christmas, it's just it feels right. It's the right thing to give back to folks like that and to put out some kindness in the world. I know it started because of what's been going on in 2020, Tim, but like you said, the kindness games, man, this thing could go on forever and ever and ever, and there's never a bad time. My brother sent me a message this morning. He's in Orlando, Florida still. He just got back from Brazil. And he sent me a message this morning. Said, love is love. And I forgot. It's such a hippie thing from like the late 60s, early 70s. But it's true, man. There's a lot of love with the kindness games and love is love, like he said. So, man, this is awesome.
I think it's so cool the people that I've met. And we were talking, it's not really like you're networking at the same time that you're not, because there's so many people like Sue Ginsburg sent me a package the other day and I just had a one-on-one call with her to meet her. And there's so many like newfound friends and connections that you've made. So it's not only rewarding for yourself, being you're giving back to those people or sharing kind words and telling them how much they've impacted you, but there's a lot of
Yeah.
super
Yeah,
kind and sweet people that have
Tim,
done
I
this
got
for
a I got a question for you, Tim.
sure.
Did you think it was gonna get like this, bud? Did you
No.
think it was gonna, I mean, I know it was an idea. You guys are probably hanging out, maybe having a drink or something, and you say, we got to give thanks.
No, I was traveling for work. I was in quarantine for 2 weeks, and it was night one of quarantine. I was like, "Oh, this is gonna be tough. 2 weeks in this one hotel room." And all the stuff was going on. I think I was watching the Portland stuff happen with like the nightly riots, and I was
Yep.
like getting just I become to lose my positivity like over time from the George Floyd incident all the way through, and I was just starting to become like angry. And now I'm going to be in this room for 2 weeks watching basically only the news or whatever else TV, but the news is going to be a big part. And I was like, this is going to be a dark 2 weeks if I just allow myself to continue down this path. And Lee
Right.
threw out a kind post, and it started from there. I just thought Lee and I were gonna go at each other with kindness for like 30 days and then it'd be over. But people picked it up, and
Surprise.
we
Yeah.
specifically didn't do like an ice bucket challenge, like you have to do it now, because it wasn't about that. It wasn't about getting people to start. It was just about letting people know that we're thinking of you
Yeah.
and that you've done something for me, or I see what you do and how you do it, and it should be recognized.
Yeah, that's wonderful, man. I'm glad you answered it that way because I was thinking, man, this is so incredible. One more question for you because I mean, you led this thing, man. Did you find anything interesting? Did you notice that people were willing to come out and actually be a little more looser and stuff? People that you thought were, because we meet a lot of people in our industry that
Yeah.
are suit and tie, and that they just straight on, and they're sometimes you think that they were unwilling to loosen up a little bit. Did you find some interesting things about some folks that you never thought of or anything
I
like
did
that?
see some people that I was kind of like, "Ooh, I didn't expect them to do this," and that was fun to kind of see people. It's awkward for a lot
Yeah,
of people when you first start doing it. It's awkward for me. I don't like being on video.
right.
Not really my thing. I mean, have you
Like
seen
I
YouTube?
sound like that? Oh my God.
You know?
Yeah,
Um, but more interestingly, how broad the audience is that sees this. I talk to people all the time,
yeah.
and just like I love the kindness games. Like friends of mine, I'm like, you've never liked or shared or anything. They're like, no, I just watch it every day. I'm like, every day? They're like, yeah, no, every day. And it's crazy. So even though you put out videos and they may get like 20, 30, 40, 50 likes, and you're like, oh, okay, 50 people, there are so many more people that are actively consuming these videos because it is making a difference
Yeah.
in their life, which I think is cool.
Well, that's how we met.
Yeah.
That's how we met. I was like,
That's
man,
crazy.
Tim is doing all this guy, Tim is doing all this stuff. And then I looked at it and I go, wait a second.
We work together.
Tim and I work at the same place together? Wow.
That's
So
awesome. I think that's one of the best stories because you're like, wait, we could sit near each other and we don't know.
we sat, yeah, I mean, literally in the big building, right? We're at 40. It's just a big building. And then, wow, but here we go. Found each other online in totally different states and totally different time zones. And, anyways, I love it, man. The Kindness Games has really been an awesome opportunity. And, I think for a lot of folks, including me, clearly.
Well, Kelsey, how many posts did you have to be to reach your goal for the Jingle Bell Kindness?
So I had to get to my second overtime, and I had 12 posts in 17 days, technically. So yeah, to complete the second OT.
And who are you shouting out today?
Who am I shouting out today? So I guess really, I know you don't really like when we don't shout out one person, but I had never given a shout out to everybody who joined the Kindness Games. And I think that this just kind of goes to show all the conversation we've had so far that there are a lot of people, anybody that's participating, but also anybody that's watching, because I think that also can have an impact on people. So I want to give a shout out to everybody who has joined or who's mentioned or given back to the Kindness Games, because it really has been awesome. Like all the great people that I've met, and especially in this year where we feel pretty distant, but we're more connected than ever. So I could call out millions of people, and believe me, I have a list that continued for my 30
Yeah.
days. So
The Kindness
Yeah.
Games competitors then, huh?
yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah.
do that, I think.
That's
Carlos, so we met and talked and kicked you off for your initial Kindness Games 30 post challenge
That's right.
after Thanksgiving, like the week after.
Yep.
So you did 30 posts in how many days?
Yeah, I don't know, man. It was like
24 days or
20.
something? 25?
Yeah, it was just crazy, man. I just got in it. Once you kicked me off, man, I'm like the little guy that just kind of doesn't stop, man. The machine that don't stop. So yeah, no. But you know why, Tim, is because I loved it, man. I loved every bit of it, and it's and I don't know. It's the right thing to do. I just thought, and it felt good every time I thought of somebody.
Yep.
I either put them in a group or I just thank them. You know, that easy. So, but hey, but today though,
Yeah.
can I
Please
thank
go.
somebody today? So I kind of been waiting for this, but so I had my first little boy, Jax, and he's only a year old. So I know that he will not really see this probably today, but maybe sometime in the future, if it's still out on the web. But so had a little boy. I started late in my life, and I thanked everybody in my family, but I haven't had a chance to really thank my little boy. And the reason for that is before you have a little boy or a kid, you're very selfish. You're very self centered, and you think about yourself, and everything's about yourself. And he has taught me to really think about those things more deeply because, it is about Jax and it's no longer about me. Um, so, and I'm still learning. There's sometimes my wife will look at me and goes, "It's not about you. It's about Jack." So I'm still getting educated by him, and he doesn't even know it yet. How awesome he's been for me so far in my life. So this one goes out to little Jax. Love you so much.
So
Um,
sweet.
and thank you for teaching me a lot of great things at such a young age. There you go,
Very
man.
cool. Very cool.
So sweet.
Awesome.
Oh, thank you.
And you know what? Today I am giving a call out to JP Lewis. He works with me at Facebook, and he is out of APAC. And man, dude, you for the last several years have been such a great partner, so easy to work with, so results driven, but also one of these people, kind of like the EMEA team that I've already called out, in which I say, hey, I need help doing this, or this is what I want to do, or I have this idea, may not even be a good idea. What do you think? And you engage as a thought partner. You really do help me map out like what could go well, what could go wrong, and how we strive for the best objective. And you're the best, man. And actually, the entire APAC team is awesome. As I get into my triple overtime, now that I'm finished my double overtime, I will stick
Woo!
with the APAC team because they are a splendid group of global security professionals. But JP Lewis, you've always been kind to me, super helpful, and actually, just like the best of people. And
Yep.
again, a rarity in the
Yep.
security industry to have people who love good intentions, who love to help others succeed. It's unfortunate that I have to say that, but it's truth. And JP, you're the man.
Wow. I know JP, and I've had a chance to work with JP as well. So that's for you to see
He's
how
awesome.
small the circle is, right? Doing a lot of the COVID-19 stuff, and man, you're right about JP. You are right. He's an awesome human being in our industry. Never looking out for himself. So yeah, I love the guy. He's a good guy.
All right, and that's the Christmas Day special. I hope you watch this first thing in the morning, and now you're gonna get a big old glass of hot cocoa with marshmallows and whipped cream. Make the kids open their presents so they stop asking you, "What'd you get me, bro?" Open them,
That's
get
right.
them, and then you take a nap. Merry Christmas. Kindness games out.
Out. You gotta go out with the song, man. You gotta sing us out. You gotta sing
Do it,
us out,
Carlos.
brother.
Do it, Carlos.
No, it's you. It's you. You gotta sing us. Ready?
All I
Life
want
up
for
for
Christmas,
Christmas
His
is
kindness.
you.
Woo!
Woo!